I feel like I look like a fortune teller. And I'm kind of into it. So I may look a little different right now than I do in my later clips because this is filmed after a full day of work. I forgot to film my intro after I did my makeup. So, you know, we're learning. There are my raging bulls that are coming to play in here. So I got to film this quick. If you want to see how I get this look and they're not making better choices today, then just keep watching. So before my makeup today, I went in with a little bit of this Stila Skin Soufflé, I think is what it's called. Some lingerie souffle, skin perfecting color. I think they want this to be a foundation. And if that's true, it's hot trash. But I use it more like a primer. And I think that that's a little bit more effective. I know Tati has this, and it was in her worst makeups of 2019, which rightfully so if it's trying to make those foundation claims. But I do like it a little bit for, I mean, it doesn't make my skin tacky like a primer or anything. It's just, you know. So I'm going to go in first with a little bit of contour stuff. I like this Colourpop foundation stick for that. I'm using the color Deep Dark 190C. Just going to do a little bit of this underneath my makeup. You know, like I do with the bronzer stick. But I'll make sure to get under my chin better. I noticed in some of these videos I missed blending a spot, and I'm just kind of horrified. I just get so like invested into telling you a story that I forget things. Like blush one day and, you know, I remember it eventually. It all works out eventually. And you see my after pictures. They work out. I try not to edit any of my pictures that I post of my makeup. I'd say 99% of the time they're not edited. I mean, sometimes if I've already posted it, I'll throw a filter on it for like a profile shot. But when you're seeing my makeup for the first time, it's definitely not edited. Or my videos, they're not color corrected. That's why my lighting looks so crazy. Still working on it, guys. Still working. Get those jowls, double chins, and enjoy looking at my nose. You're welcome. Gotta sharpen up that jaw. Make it sharp. Like Jeffree Star sharp. He has quite the jawline. It's very impressive. Yeah. So I'm going to do a combination today of a little bit of the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24 Hour. This foundation some people swear by. I'm not one of those people. It doesn't look great on me, but it was expensive, so I have it. And I have this VDL foundation lasting, perfect lasting foundation. This had really good reviews too. Also, meh. It's just very not worth the price to me, maybe. So I'm gonna mix those two, and I'm gonna mix it a little bit with my Infallible because I trust this one. I know it's got my back, and those two are shitty business. So I'm gonna mix them all on my little palette here, and also, of course, going to mix in some of my Velvetizer because I am coming to realize that I love this. I love it a lot, and I'm going to definitely rebuy this when this one goes out. I'm hoping it lasts a long time because it's expensive. Even though mine wasn't because I got it from TJ Maxx. Speaking of TJ Maxx, I went there over the weekend with my girlfriends that came to visit, and they had the NARS foundation, which I've been wanting to try, but it looked expired. and I don't want that on my face, so I didn't get it. Thanks for having my back, Sarah. Slept on your FaceTime. Speed it up. Sonia Kashuk. Top Notch Face Blender. Wow. Just looking at my handiwork. Let's put my headband back in place. You know, my headband is from this local shop up here in Mount Pleasant. She doesn't have a shop. She's running out of her home type of business. Side note, she is a professional counselor by day. Like, she helps people, right? We need more people like that. And she makes headbands. And not just like, oh, I make headbands. Like, she makes these bomb headbands. Like, these are so flippin' cute. I'll either link it in the video or link it down below. She's got so many patterns. She comes out with new all the time. Holidays, seasons. This one's my favorite. I love this little, like, twisty turby thing. And, yeah, it can spice up any hairdo. A hot, messy bun look with a headband is like slapping a bow on a shit present. I mean, you're welcome. It's awesome. Moving on. I'm going to conceal and not feel. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to go back in with my Too Faced Born This Way because I love this stuff. And it's not too light where it makes me feel like I look nuts, maybe? You know, it's one of those. Sponge. I'm gonna speed this up too. Ready? Go. You know what I'm gonna do? A little down my face. I haven't been doing that a lot lately with my videos. I've been forgetting, but I do this sometimes. Make my face look more even. So you know what I'm on the hunt for is fitted, not shiny pattern fabric, just like cottony, spandexy tank tops that are racer back. I want them fitted, I want them long enough, I want them racer back, and H&M used to have the best ones, the very best ones. So this one's H&M, and they don't have these anymore. They don't have this style, but they also don't they don't have fun colors anymore. Like, I mean, not fun, like this is like peach. I like neutral colors because I like to layer my clothes, and I'm really sad that I can't find any. I searched Amazon. Amazon's one of my most favorite places to buy clothes because I can find things that people don't have. But I got some, and they just were like that athletic type fabric, and that's not what I want. I don't want my clothes slipping around underneath. So I'm going to go into Physicians Formula Multicolor Stick. You can use this on your eyes, lips, cheeks, that type of deal. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand, and then pick it up with a dry sponge and go on my cheeks. Cheek action. And it's not like super pigmented, guys. It's like a hint. It's a tiny hint. I really like it. I'm doing this before I put powder on. It's getting there. Of course, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. I do have the Rimmel Matte pressed powder that I really like, but currently I'm using that to hold up my phone so I can film. I should break out some of my other powders. Just don't have to reach for them if I do it Yeah, this one's already on my desk. You know what I already did for you guys? I kind of just messed up. My eyebrows. Just gotta run through them a minute with my spoolie. My friends didn't know what that was. This as a spoolie, guys. Things have names. Sometimes I know them. Not always. I already set these with brow gel because I thought that would be a good idea, and I'm kind of regretting that choice because clearly they need a little touch up. Does this one look thicker? Oh man. Not twins today, guys. Not even sisters. Maybe they're brother husbands. I told Mike I'm into brother husbands. Like, you know, one could just pick up the slack where you aren't feeling like doing something that day. Like, I'll have a husband that likes to do chores. I need a little reverse harem. I started reading reverse harem books. I read the dumbest books, but I love them. I don't read anything of substance because I do that for a living. Like, I need to research stuff, and I just finished my master's about a year ago, and you know, I don't want to read stuff that it's gonna make my mind work. That's why I read, just to check out for a minute. I didn't put any of my jewelry on yet. So I read ridiculous romance, paranormal, fiction type books, and there's this genre called reverse harem, and I'm here for it. I am here for it, and now I think I need brother husbands. I don't think Mike's too into it. Speaking of my husband, I mean, he's just top notch. I really lucked out in the husband category for a majority of things. You know, we all have our pros and cons, but he has a lot of pros. But lately, one of his vices, besides shoes and shopping for shoes, he plays video games. Oh, sorry. Milani Silky Matte. This one's in Sunkissed. Obviously, I really like it. It's almost gone. But I don't think I'm going to repurchase this one because there's so many others I want to try. I think I'm going to get... I mean, I really like the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. But that bitch is like $18 now. Why? I mean, I know why, because YouTube made it popular and they're like, I can charge a high price now. I mean, Physicians Formula, this thing, this thing, I think it was like $10. I'll have to look up the price on that. I'll put it on the screen. I don't remember exactly, but all I know is I got it from CVS and they had like a buy three, get a $10 off coupon, you know, type of bargain, which I gotta remember to use. I always forget those. So I bought 3 products, and I just can't get over Physicians Formula's prices. They're so expensive to me. Like, there's so many things I'd love to try, but not for those prices. I'd rather buy like Smashbox or NARS, Urban Decay. Yeah, it's a little bit more than that, but still, like, at least I have a little more faith in those products. I don't know why, though. Why is that? You know, I faulted my husband for this, and I'm kind of the same way. He thinks that just because something costs more money makes it a better product. It's not true. It's absolutely not true. And I was like, you're stupid. I didn't call him stupid. Maybe I did, because we say it lovingly. But no, that's not how the world works. But I feel that way with makeup, apparently. I'm having an epiphany. Work with me. Anyway, I'm going to do a little bit more blush. Anyways, back to my husband's hobbies. I'll call them hobbies. So he gets very obsessed. He has a very addictive personality. I'm going to try something new today. This one doesn't like to stay together, but Essence Satin Blush. These are like $2.99. Oh, they're so good. They're so good. What color is this? Satin Coral. I love a little peach in my face products. I'm gonna go right over there. That is more pigmented than I intended for today. So let's make the other one match and then tone them down. Ooh, it's like I got real embarrassed. Real embarrassed. Let's make my face match. Look at that blush look. And now I need to powder that down. So he gets real obsessive with things. So when we met, he grew up hunting and shooting guns and doing all those things. You know, those things. But that's not what he did when we met. And not that I have a problem with any of that. I truly don't. You do you. If you're being a good person, I have zero issues with it. There's hair stuck in my nose ring. But he wants to go full bore with everything and the best of everything from the get-go. So at first he was like, you know what? We're going to go fishing. I mean, he's always fished. That's never stopped. He fished since the day we met him. And I have a irrational fear of fish. I know that they can't eat me, but I think they will. And like, that is just so terrifying to me. Like, they're so ugly. So I have a problem with fishing. And I do love fishing. Don't get me wrong. Let me back that up. Fishing, Physicians Formula. I was just saying how I hate buying their products, and yet I have multiple. So this highlighter obviously is in rose gold, so I had to buy it. So maybe I'll make exceptions for name colors and shades. Anyways, back to fishing. This story's going to take me 10 years to get through. So he and I go fishing with him, and I love it. We have such a good time. It's something we can do together. I generally make him take my fish off the hooks because I'll talk to them, and I know that they're going to get crazy. If they're going to get like floppy and swirly on my line, I'm out. And the only type of fish I'll do are the small ones that I can get my hand around because I can squeeze them like Elmira from Animaniacs, and I know they're not going to go anywhere. I don't kill them. I just make sure they're stuck in place. So this may be a little too dark for me because you can't really see it, but I just like the shade, so I'm using it. And so I make him do my fish. His other obsessions, knives. He's like, you know what? I want all the knives. Knives. I'm going to do all the knife things. I'm going to sharpen those knives. I'm making the sharpest knives possible. And, then I'm going to be into guns. I'm into guns. I need all the guns. I need the rifles. I need all the ammo. I need the customizations. I need to put this Punisher thing on there. I need to get different grips and different lights and all the things with guns. And then it switches to bows. Loves shooting his bow and arrow, and he's like Robin Hood out there, like boom, 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 got his target set up, and the compact things. He's making his arrows now. He's like rolling them out, not a joint like an arrow. You gotta do this little sticker thing, and he's like arrow. I'm doing this arrow training with Cam Haines, I think that's his name, and I'm like, okay, like I'll try to get on board with certain things, but it becomes overwhelming to me because it's so much, and it's not like he's like dabbling and like, let's just see if I like these. He's like, nope, I love it, I'm in it, we're doing it, I'm spending all my money on these things. And he does spend all of his money, all of it. So I try to be supportive as much as I can. So like, oh, I found a cute Cam Haines shirt. God, I think that's his name. It better be his name. I'll maybe link his stuff below. And it was like, the shirt, it had like one of those like motivational messages that was like, work harder, something, whatever. I thought he'd like it, so I bought him the shirt. I think he did. I mean, whatever. But, all right. Colourpop DreamSt, top-notch palette. Anyway, back to that. It's a bit much. But well, love shade. This is Twinkle Shooting Star. That one. One of those. One of those. I really like it. Obviously, I've hit pan. So, back to my very long story. He is really into Call of Duty. Loves Call of Duty. And his new coworkers and him have started this little clan. And they play at night together. And, you know, it's a little bit of a... Not right now, but it's been an issue in the past where he becomes too obsessed with this game and he does nothing else around the house. So it's not that point now. He's doing really well. Oh, poor Mike. He's great. But I was just talking about it yesterday. Like, I feel really happy when he's online playing with his friends. Like, he's got something that he really enjoys. And that's how I feel that everybody should have something. I mean, in moderation, obviously. You gotta live your day-to-day life. But it's fun because they work together. So they get to have fun at work. And he loves his job. So they go and work. And then they come home and spend more time together. You know, it's really important that you have a job you like and you like the people you work with. I have some really amazing coworkers. Amazing coworkers. They are just the top-notchiest of coworkers. They have been with me through so much and supported me and encouraged me. And you need that. You need that in your life. No matter how much you like your job or not. I mean, there's days where I want to walk out the door. But I have amazing coworkers. I really lucked out with that. It is really nice. Yep. Simple, guys. Simple. Typical look. You know, I was going to try to do something new today. And you know what? I am. I'm wearing this turquoisey color. I'm going turquoise. Turquoise? Whatever shade this is. What shade is this? Water Bearer. Water Bearer. I'm going to go in with Water Bearer. I'm not going to do the typical rose gold look, guys. I mean, I might. I just might. But I'm going to do Water Bearer. Let me just flip this. You know what? Oh, you know what I think I'm going to do? Alright, no I didn't. Okay, here we go. I'm committing, throw it on my eye. So, I'm going to run this through my crease lightly. And do a little bit of a halo. A tiny bit of a halo. Faux halo, if you will. Folo? That sounds so stupid. Oh, I come up with the dumbest jokes. What else can I talk about? So now anytime something shifty happens in our house, or the dogs are staring at a corner or barking at the wind, I name it Paul. Because that's the guy who died in my house, supposedly. Huh. I think I'm going to do a video on just my favorite things that I own right now. What do you think about that? I think that will be interesting. Means I need to dig out my favorite lip that's in my purse. Yep, and then I'll just blend over that. I blend. But then I add a little bit more. It's a process, especially with dark shades. Gotta be patient. A lot of the times with looks like this, I'll do my eyes first. I know I don't like to, but I will do my eyes first because then I can clean up the fallout. But this palette doesn't have too much fallout. I really like it. Of course, it's from Colourpop because I have a problem with Colourpop. Do the other eye. I'm going to take a little bit of this Colourpop No Filter Concealer, put it on the back of my hand. It's like a painting palette. I'm going to take this flat brush, can you see that? And do a little bit of a spotlight cut crease situation. And I have hooded eyes, so you put a little down, you look up, where it touches is where you connect them. You know who is the best at these that I watch? I mean, I don't know the best in the world, but Raw Beauty Christie, she is just so talented. Oops. Guess it's getting a little wider than I anticipated. She does cut creases in like spotlight eyes, spotlight halo, spotlight cut crease, whatever you want to call them. They're so pretty, done correctly. And she is awesome. So this is what I do. Put it down, hook up, goes all the way up here. Because I got these hooded sweatshirts for eyeballs. And, you know, do you have one eye that you can see out of better? This eye is the one I can see out of better. So, my left eye, when I have to close it, always ends up looking more interesting than my right. Hi, evenish. We'll make them evenish with this. So I'm going to take Kaleidoscope. I was going to take Mermaid Boy, but I like Kaleidoscope. We're going to just put that over the concealer. You know what I'll do is take Mermaid Boy and put this on the outer edges to be able to blend these together. Oh, my eye's wandering. Oh, it's such a pretty shade. Probably can't tell on camera, but this is just a pretty color. I'll show you up close in a minute. I'm going to take this little guy into Mermaid Boy and blend my edges with this shade. You know, I talked about going back with my deep shade, deepening this color up. How I don't like doing mascara. And right up there with mascara, I just like eyeliner for the very same reasons. Is can ruin a look in 2 seconds at the last minute, especially if I'm trying to wing. But I've been practicing. It's been a minute though. I need to practice more. I'll get that on my channel eventually. Alright, gotta go back in. Blend this stuff a little bit more with this first shade. I wish I had more like lid space, like bigger eyes. I have friends that have gigantic eyeballs and envious. The eyeballs are so pretty. You could do so much with them. I'm going to blend a little bit, get most of it off, but blend a little bit of this green shade, the matte green, underneath. Under the sea. You know, it's kind of like a Mardi Gras color. And when I'm filming this, it's the day after Fat Tuesday. When's Mardi Gras? I don't know. Just brushed my eyeball. That felt great. Great. And I'm gonna do wipe off my hands. Looks like Bob Rossed them. Got some happy trees on my eyes. I'm going to take a little bit of powder, some of my Fit Me powder again, and go run over this a little bit. I know, you're probably cringing. It's like, I'm not a pro. I'm not a pro. I'm not going to pretend to be a pro. I'm not going to be a pro. I'm just hanging out with you guys, right? Right. You know, I could have done is baked with that, caught the fallout. There wasn't much. And wiped it away. Like that. Should have. But I didn't, and it's okay. It's too late now. Eyeballs looking even-ish. I'm going to take, because I have a problem, we know this, a little bit of this. This one or this one? I'm going to do this one. Just a tiny bit. Right here. Just for some pizzazz. I should probably get a little tiny brush for this. But what you do to one eye, you gotta do to the other. Right? I'll get a tiny brush. Here's this bitty Morphe. And then I'll use the same tiny brush and go with this little Wish. Is this Wish? Spark. Sweet Dreams. Oh, I can't understand this naming convention. Just a tiny bit for my inner corners. Make those pop a little more. Oh, I'm probably running late today. But that's okay. I'll just stay a little late. I'm going to take that same shade up here. And take it over here too. I don't normally put it here because I like to highlight the furry brows of mine. But I think I need it a little bit today with this dark look. Yep. So again with my Morphe spray, because I love this spray. Like, I can talk and have my eyes open with this. That's how fine the mist is. Vacation it. Definitely gonna have to curl these lashes. I'm trying not to swear on my camera. I'm trying not to swear on camera. Just in case my niece watches these. She probably won't. And it's not like she probably doesn't say worse. She's in high school. My little baby niece. She is the coolest niece. You should be jealous that she's not yours. She is on varsity cheer. She's a freshman. She's so freaking cute. God, I love watching her cheer. But she's also on track. And, you know, I was not a track star. Not at all. Mike was, and he loves it. And it is just so fun to watch her perform, her run, her cheer, her do anything. I love watching it. And that's why I'm fortunate we live up here for the time being. So we're able to go to these events and see them, because it's awesome. I'm sure parents feel the same way watching their kids play sports. We don't have any, so I wouldn't know. That is a topic for another day, since we're nearing the end of our video. What other story times can I tell you? Do you guys read? I mean, we talked about this already, but if you do have any book recommendations, leave them below. I mean, I'll read something of substance. You know who else I love? Simon Sinek, Brene Brown. I love those. I love the autobiographies of like Mindy Kaling and Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. I love them the most by audiobooks because you can hear them talking through their life. I feel like this channel is just one autobiography of me. I want to write a book, not an autobiography. I want to write a cheesy chick lit romantic comedy novel that I like to read because I read so much of them. I feel like I got the process maybe, or the little map of it down. I don't know the first thing about writing a book. I started a little note sheet of maybe a mini outline. We'll see. We'll see if I do it. I got lofty goals. But what's the point of having goals if you're not going to work on achieving them? Am I right? Yes. All right. Lips. I want a nude lip today with this bold look. I'm going to go in with my... Did I use this the other day? Probably. This thing is so good. It is a lot like... It's so good I have two. It is a lot like... Well, this is embarrassing. I don't have that many lip products. Anyway, I'll put it on the screen. It is like a dupe for... It is like a dupe for my Buxom. I don't know why I say Buxom. My Buxom plump liner. This is just like it. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. It's got this little brush thing that I never use, totally useless. And then this side, and it's just really pretty and simple and easy to use. And my favorite color is the Hush Hush one. This thing is like the NYX version. Again, drugstore prices, but this one's $9. It's more than I want to pay for NYX. NYX is right out there with Physicians Formula to me on my shit list. Not really, I love their products, but just so pricey. But they come up with so many nice things. This is worth it because the Buxom one is like 19, 18. I love this. I have this other shade too. This one I have here is Girls Trip. Yep, Girls Trip. And then this one is 90s Babe. 90s Babe. This one's super pretty. I'll insert a picture of me wearing this one. You can diffuse it, which is nice about these. And that's why they're called Dazed and Confused. Dazed and Diffused. God, I always do that. To make it like, I like a little, you know, zhuzh on my lips, a little definition. I really like this lipstick, Nude. Nude from Mellow Cosmetics. Yeah, I've used a lot of it. Is this one? Yeah, this one's Mellow. This is, it came in a Ipsy or something. But I really like the shade, but it's really pigmented. So I just kind of like scratch it on my lips and then rub it around. And to me, this is not so nude. This is more of a pigmented pink, red shade. You know, it's got a touch of the nude. I just got that on my teeth. It's pretty. I really like it. And I prefer nudish type lips like that. But I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. You know, I hope you click the next one. I hope you like and subscribe and you comment because I truly do love interacting with you. And I think you guys are the top-notchiest of top-notches. So thanks for watching again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. They say that your perfect nude is the color of your areola. No, that's not true. Definitely not true. Who comes up with these ideas? Who comes up with this, you know, crazy ass ways of doing certain things or saying certain, I can't get into, that's a whole nother video. Maybe I'll put that on my list of things to talk about. Oops, was I all over my microphone? Anyway, I hope you have a glorious day and you're kind, because that is super important. That was kind of aggressive. So